This week's boss is disappointing. Let me explain. This week's boss is Lich, but has an insane twist of being no lives lost, which means you have to pop each Lich soul before it drains any lives. The issue is that the Lich soul doesn't scale with HP or speed modifiers, making this really easy. Let's do some math for how hard it is to pop the Lich soul. Let's calculate the DPS required to kill Lich before it exits and compare that to the DPS required to kill the Lich soul before it drains any lives to see how impactful this gimmick is. Let's take Elite Tier 5 as an example. Elite Tier 5 Lich moves at a speed of 2.9 range units per second, but this event has 85% boss speed, so this week's Tier 5 Elite Lich moves at a speed of 2.465 range units per second. 4 circles is a track length of 1,139 range units. I know that the boss spawn's a bit in from where the balloons spawn, but I can't find an actual number on how far that is, so I'm just going to use this number for the sake of argument. It won't affect the calculations though. Lich also has invulnerability. At each of Elite Lich's 7 skulls, Lich is invulnerable for at least 6 seconds, where it moves at half speed. Using these numbers, we can find the amount of track length Lich covers while invulnerable, and subtract that from the total track length of the map to find the distance we have to kill Lich. If we divide the distance to kill Lich by the speed of Lich, we can find the amount of time we have to kill the tier. Elite Tier 5 Lich usually has 24 million HP, but this event has 230% HP, which gives this weak Tier 5 55.2 million HP. By dividing the amount of HP by the amount of time we have to kill the boss, we can get the DPS required to kill the boss, which is about 125,000. Tier 5 Elite Lich's soul has 485,000 HP, and it drains lives every 4 seconds, which means you have to pop it in under 4 seconds because of this week's no lives lost gimmick. If we divide the HP by the time to kill, we get about 121,000 DPS required to kill the soul in under 4 seconds. As you can see, you need more DPS to kill the boss before it exits than to kill the soul, which means any setup with enough consistent DPS to kill the boss will just kill the soul naturally. This week's gimmick of having no lives lost, doesn't really do anything. Great job, NK, on another awesome event.